In the world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, I'll diss my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the
Yo, what is going on, everybody? So welcome to another NXT Watch Party. My buddy Tyler should be joining me momentarily. Obviously, this week is going to be like the fallout of NXT Dazzling this past Saturday. But before we get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Make sure you share out the content. Every little bit helps to grow out the channel. But with that being said, we're about to get ready to kick it off. Kicked off in here as well. So obviously, you know, showing some different recaps of NXT Deadline. Obviously, one of the other pay-per-views for NXT before the end of 2022. So you have your only two number one contenders for the respective NXT titles was Grayson Waller for the men's division. Obviously, Roxanne Perez, who's been one of the biggest, a big underdog. For NXT. So obviously she's getting an opportunity for Mandy Rose's NXT Women's Championship. So yeah, and not to that too. And this coming Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern time, we're going to be breaking down, you know, WWE NXT, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, and kind of give you a lot of other topics within their pro wrestling community for another episode of the It's Running Podcast. Make sure you hit that like button as well. But yeah, so we're going to get ready to get started in just a few moments, but as well. Oh my God, my eye itches. But like I said, I mean, I think the NXT, or I was like the Iron Survivor challenge was an interesting concept. You know, the first two certain amount of falls wins in 25 minutes. Your opposition, if you pin your opposition, they have to go to the penalty box for 90 seconds, which I kind of like that concept. Kind of reminds me of how I wasn't not like NXT, but not say NXT, but War Games in a certain sense. But yeah. Now, let me just fix a few things here. But yeah. And then the end of NXT Deadline, if you have not seen it. So obviously, Grayson Waller wanted to. But yeah, so we're going to see how this goes for NXT this week. So I got commentary with Vic Joseph and Booker T on commentary. So Roxanne Perez is going to kick it off with a promo segment of her own.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then we get Roxy chants going. And and
Keep that rolling on me. This is my time, my building, my parking lot. This show doesn't start till I say it starts. Now, where's that microphone? Let's go up here. Let's go see the pipes in the crowd, huh? Let's show them a real superstar. Because your Iron Survivor is here. It is very difficult in the WWE to do anything for the first time. Let alone make it look as easy as I
of course, Grayson Waller comes out and interrupts Roxanne Perez. Oh, damn.
You're really funny. I don't know if you forgot, but you weren't the only Iron Survivor on Saturday.
And she ain't wrong.
Props to you, but I did too. And I did it before you.
Oh, damn.
And unlike you, I did it from the number 1 spot. Oh, Roxanne Perez, Booker T's favorite wrestler. You're growing up so fast, it's adorable. But the reason you're first is you have to get home for bedtime, lass.
Obviously, kind of a little bit going back and forth.
Your mum was reading you a story while Grayson Wall was out with the biggest reality stars there are, doing shoey after shoey after shoey. By the way, shout out Mark Long, Johnny Bananas. What's up, lads? Roxanne, you are right about one thing.
All right. I mean,
That was the biggest win of my career, and it was the biggest win of yours. Which is sad, because it means you peak at 21, because there's no way you're ever beating Mandy.
yo, what up, Daniel? What is up, my guy? Whoa, here comes Braun Breaker now coming up.
Grayson, you're wrong, all right? Roxanne is the Iron Woman in NXT.
Ain't that the truth, Braun?
She went the full 25 minutes and outlasted some of the best women that NXT
Yeah,
has
ready.
to offer. And I think we can all agree in here that we just don't give a damn what you think.
I mean,
Because Roxanne Perez is the future NXT Women's Champion.
hey, shit, I would love to see her actually take the title.
Hey, you think I care what any of you think? By the way, Bronathan, how's that jaw feeling, lad? Roxanne Perez did win, but she didn't understand the game of the Iron Survivor Challenge. It's not about how many minutes, it's about how many falls. And I outsmarted everyone. When I got 2 falls, I'll say it one more time. I got 2 falls in the first 20 seconds. And at New Year's Eve, Bronny, I'm going to outsmart you and take that NXT Championship.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I really just don't see it because I don't think. So I think the only other guy I can think that Braun Breaker can drop the title to is probably for me it's Carmelo Hayes. Now, and obviously, then goes, and we get Mandy Rose from behind with a cheap shot. And then we get Mandy chance along the NXT crowd as well. So a very interesting opening to NXT on this December 13th, 2022.
What a way to kick off NXT, but it was earlier today JD McDonough was being checked out by our medical staff.
Yeah. Now earlier, it kind of checking JD McDonough after especially.
Slight discoloration, moderate bruising to the right orbital socket, caused by an abrasion rather than a concussive blow. Athlete should be cleared in peace. That's tolerated. Correct? That's correct. That must be Julius Creed checking into medical again. What's it this time, Julius? The ribs? Knee? No, they're fine. They're both fine. But you know that.
And it looks like we get the Creed brothers now in the back as well in the athletic training room. So that's one way to open it up. Well, like I said, man, I think with NXT right now, I mean, with Grayson Waller having the number one opportunity for the title, I don't really see him taking the title off of Braun. I mean, that would be a stupid booking decision. I mean, I like Grayson Waller, but I don't think he's ready just yet, in my honest opinion. But I think there's guys, Carmelo Hayes. I mean, first of all, I think Carmelo Hayes should be the number one guy for me. I think he should take the title off of a Braun Breaker. Let me just.
You think you're the baddest bitch in the game? Well, I don't want to wait until New Year's Evil.
Oh, damn.
Put your title on the line tonight.
And yeah, you pick. Obviously, no one made. So it looks like we're going to get the women's title match tonight. So that's going to be interesting. So obviously, New Year's Eve was just like an annual thing for H. So now you get a backstage brawl. Yo, what up, Sleeping Angels? What is good? What is good? So I don't know if you're watching NXT right now, so thank you for tuning in. So right now, you really didn't really miss much other than the fact that Roxanne Perez opened up a pro segment, then gets interrupted by Grayson Waller. Then here comes fucking Braun Breaker kind of talking his shit. Obviously chasing after after Grayson Waller. And then Mandy Rose, like I said, doing her heel thing, taking cheap shots at Roxanne Perez. And we might definitely going to get the title on the line tonight as well. So looks like we got Tony D'Angelo's sidekick now kind of taking on Wes Lee after getting his ass And we are underway. But yeah, so like I said, you really didn't miss much. So pretty much Wesley is pretty much keeping it in control. Then we get an Irish whip into the rope. Oh, almost like a counter. Oh, what a cut. What a net breaker. It just constantly stomps. Might just Tony D'Angelo's sidekick, but shout out to the three that's in the chat, though. Ooh, what an uppercut. What? And that's another good point, too. This also stems back to, Tony D'Angelo unfortunately suffered an unfortunate knee injury, because I think he's another guy that I've been really digging into the last couple of weeks. I think he can make a really good North American title holder, in my honest opinion, anyways. I mean, it's just interesting, man. And Wesley, even though good move, but just unfortunately took the a little bit. So now we're in a picture. It's still going at it. So it looks like we got Wesley. Now throws Stacks right back into the ring, because obviously it looks like a little bit. Yeah, I mean, look, unfortunate knee injuries, but obviously, Tony D'Angelo's got this momentum going. I think at some point they're going to. I think if I'm, I would say pull the trigger too soon, but I think this is the perfect opportunity to at some point pull the trigger with Tony D'Angelo and take the title off Wesley. Now, I think Carmelo Hayes, I think the reason why I don't think he has really been that much for it is because I feel like they're kind of pushing it towards pretty much, not say basically the main event scene a little bit, and definitely the NXT title picture. But another thing is, too, I think him and Braun Breaker, for me, at this point, should be ready to get the main roster call-up, because I think these guys can kill it on the main roster. It's like you really can't. I don't know what they're missing. I don't know what the main roster is missing, but and of course we get a weird. God, can we get Ronda Rousey off my fucking screen? Like, no one wants to see her face anymore. Yeah, no one really cares. So we get a cover 1, 2, no. And look, now back to a headlock, like counter by Wesley here. Yeah. But shout out to the three, though. Like I said, shout out to the three. If you guys are new, welcome everybody. Usually we'll do this every so often, depending on the week. And then Friday, obviously, we got a couple more streams coming up. Obviously, between the lines at 6. I got the Bears and Eagles break. That's what I couldn't agree more. I'm really liking Jaden McDonough. It's just, yeah, I can agree with that. I think Jaden McDonough kind of got screwed a little bit at NXT Deadline, but the way that I see this too, me and Tara actually kind of talked about this, I think, last week on NXT. The one guy that we thank God we didn't get that didn't deserve it was Mog Whiter. Fog Whiter's just too goddamn green. Like, this dude is just too clunky. All righty. Now we get Tony D'Angelo kind of barking orders to Stacks, who right now is just. I fucking hope. Well, the thing is, too, Sleeping Angels, Triple H is going to have full control come the new year. So I think in early to mid January, from what I've been hearing, not Vince, but Triple H is going to have full, complete control. So no matter if Vince does decide to come back, it's no longer his company anymore. That belongs with Triple H. Now, where I will say with Triple H too, especially this week, should have been now the fact that he's got to be now. I would see having more focus on both shows, because Raw this past week was absolute I would say trash, but just not expecting what I wanted to see from a Monday Night Raw, after that. But yeah, so that's good. Hopefully that clears it up a little bit. Before in the show, and just a two-piece suicida, and unfortunately, so now we're going to look at crossface variation by Stacks on Wes Lee, right in the square in the middle of the ring. Oh boy. And a couple elbow shots to the gut. Try to get some separation. Ooh, and kick to the ribs. And we get Irish whip into the corner. Goes Wes Leo, puts the brakes on, and takes chops down the tree. What up, Ron? What is good, my guy? What is good? And we get Lee almost like a submission, almost to a pinning combination, but was not going to Stacks was not going to let that happen. Irish whip into the corner. Goes Wes Lee, puts the boot up to the second. And oh man, so Stacks took the legs out from Wes Lee, and he got whiplashed on the top turnbuckle. Golly. So we are going to get Mandy Rose and Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's title. Now, I have a gut feeling that Mandy's going to retain. That's for sure. I'm great. I'm looking forward to the Eagles and Bears game this upcoming week, which I'll be calling that game as well. And then I'm doing what is good. Good evening, Earl. What is good, my guy? Shout out to Earl coming into the chat. And a nice tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Stacks to cover 1, 2, no. But yeah, so like 3 o'clock Friday, I will be giving my preview between the Bears and the Eagles Week 15 matchup. And then 6 o'clock out of Between the Lines, you get like all MLB content. That's the show for you. And then Friday Night SmackDown, we'll do and we got this Friday Night SmackDown watch line. So right now, besides that, now we got a single leg crab variation to almost a penny combination by Stacks here. Single leg boxing crab. And just Wesley just kind of fighting to relieve that pressure from that lower after taking that. All right, talk about what the hell? I think I knew exactly who you're talking about. That's just like that sounds really fucking stupid, but that's just me. But Stacks is just really putting the pressure on right now. Oh, and it looks like Wesley trying to break out of this submission hold with a couple shots to the face. But who knows how much damage that's done into. Oh, the backbreaker. Stacks for the cover. 1, 2, no. And it looks like frustration setting in on Stacks, and Tony D'Angelo is not looking happy. And a jawbreaker to get some separation. And and the weight of Stacks. 1, 2, no. So it looks like the lower back of Wesley kind of gave out on him. And obviously, Tony D'Angelo says that was ridiculous. But shout out to the 7, though. If you guys are new, welcome everybody. Make sure you hit the like button. Oh, man. What a teardrop suplex and just try to get separation. But I don't know how much longer Wesley's back's going to be holding up for quite some time, though. And then we got some Wesley, let's go West chance to go into the. Oh, man. What a right. And Wesley just taking some shots. And a couple rights in the knife edge chop and an uppercut. A spinning uppercut. And this roundhouse kick. And almost like MMA style combination of flurry kicks and strikes. And a drop kick to the back. That's very intriguing. I'm very intriguing. That's going to be very intriguing because I do like the fact that they finally fixed Jack. Because let's be quite honest, the fact that they had him as T-bar, like what the fuck? And it's just like it ruined the character as a whole. But the fact that Triple H finally fixed him, thank God for that. And what a springboard to 1, 2, 3, and Wesley picks up the win over Stacks. All righty. Let me mark that down on my notebook right there. I haven't seen much of Zion Quinn. I would say I would not. Like I said, I mean Zion Quinn's like a short sample size since the last couple of weeks. And here comes Dijak. And there's another guy that's kind of coming over against. So now we got Tony D'Angelo's already coming for, and rightfully so, because I mean he's already pretty much the number one contender for that. But I wouldn't be surprised if Dijak ever gets would make some noise in the title picture. And Tony D'Angelo with a cheap shot. Almost like a Uranagi combination. And lays out Wesley right in the square, dead center of the ring. Then we got a lot of boo chants. Boos raining down on Tony D'Angelo. And we got Tony Sucks chants now going on. And then we get a cut to a backstage segment with Andre Chase and Hale, and now we got Drew Gulak now shaking hands with Duke Hudson. What up, Steve? What up, my guy?
Sorry, I seem to be a bit hard of hearing in this ear from all the yelling last week. Can you repeat that?
Damn. But yeah, I mean, so far, NXT, not too bad to open up the first 27 minutes of the show, or 24 minutes, I should say. My apologies. But obviously, we are definitely getting the NXT Women's Title match, even though I thought it was a lot sooner than what we expected, because both title matches are taken on New Year's Eve, which hopefully, if I'm not working, I will definitely try to cover that but we'll see. I'll post it on my community tab, kind of give you guys updates. And now the next. And then we get the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions coming out, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Because I know the Toxic Attraction is also coming for their heads as well for the Women's Tag Team titles at the same time. But now you got Toxic Attraction, because actually it looks like they're going to be a ringside. And then obviously Friday Night SmackDown, Roman Reigns will make his return. I know a lot of people has mixed feelings with Roman Reigns at that time, at this point. And yeah, so we're actually going to me and Tyler going to be doing that show as well for Friday Night SmackDown. So it's going to be very interesting this week, knowing that there's something brewing. Because, like I said, I mean, it's going to suck because we know that at some point they're going to have to turn that. Kevin Owens is still kind of getting right in the business of the bloodline. But yeah, let me just write this down. But yeah, it's going to be but it is, so this week's SmackDown is going to be Chicago, but they're going to be in Rosemont is where they're going to, most likely is going to be taking place. But I think overall though, man, it's been very interesting. Absolutely. Make sure you tune in Thursday night as well. Because right now, we're going to get Toxic Attraction taking on Tatum Paxley and Ivy Nile, a Diamond Mine. Let me just write this down. And there we go. It should. Because let's be real, Raw this past week was absolute. Like I said, it was an utter disappointment, for lack of a better term, for Raw this week. Because, I mean, we had, while we're at commercial break, actually, let me kind of give you guys what, well, actually, no, that's, nope. Where the hell is it? Okay. So obviously you had the two number one contenders matches with for the U.S. title, obviously with Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins. Obviously, as Rollins picks up the victory over Lashley. Lashley gets fired on screen, which was great to see. And then you got Bayley and Alexa Bliss. Obviously, Bliss was picked up the win. But it's going to be very interesting because Bliss is also teasing Sister Abigail, part of this part of the Wyatt Six. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think because I got to get at some point got to travel to Chicago because I actually want to try because Chicago's just one of those places I do want to get a chance to visit at some point. Next on the card from Raw from this past Monday, from yesterday, you had AJ Styles and Chad Gable with Styles pick up the win. People have some mixed feelings of where Gable's at this point of his WWE career. And here comes the stinker of a match. We had Solo Sikoa taking on Elias. Obviously, Sikoa picks up the win. Kind of, paying homage to the late Umaga. And then we had the Judgment Day and the Street Profits and Akira Tozawa. Tozawa at this point is in career purgatory in the company. Judgment Day will pick up the win. And I know a lot of people, myself, have voiced our thoughts on Damage Control. With Candice LeRae taking on Io Sky, even though Candice LeRae has defeated Dakota Kai, obviously Io Sky will pick up the win. And then last but certainly not least, you had Rhea Ripley and Asuka. But Asuka, and I even talked about this too. We're kind of been speculating, like and shout out to DJ Storms, but that's actually a good idea. Is there going to be a heel turn going with Asuka and kind of being back to what she was in Japan as Kana? That's kind of where the speculation, I would say, I really want to hope to see they will pull the trigger on that. So, but overall, Raw wasn't really good this week. And it's just at some point, like, I'm thinking to myself, Bruce Pritchard's had to get out of that damn building. So Ivy, Nile, and Tatum Pax should be the first ones into the ring. All right. And obviously the women's tag team champions, Casey and Katana, are at and on the commentary with Booker T. Yeah, I'm excited because, let's be real, her babyface run was decent to say the least. I enjoyed it for quite some time, but at some point it's like we need something more out of Asuka because Asuka's way too talented. And the fact that she's 41 is fucking blows my mind, even though she doesn't really look like it. But now here comes Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. Because obviously they're still kind of making their case to get back to reclaim their women's tag team titles. Like I find it really crazy how some of these wrestlers don't show their age. No, like I said, Asuka at 41 is mind-boggling that she looks like she's in her late 20s, early 30s. And then we get NXT Vengeance Day Saturday, February 4th, 2023 at the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. I won't be a visual. This is why a lot of times I hate pay-per-views on. Oh, hell yeah. I think I love Toxic Attraction. Well, Gigi mostly in particular, because can't go wrong with a. Oh, well, now she's actually got her orange hair, but technically kind of be going with redhead, but I do not care. But Toxic Attraction from what I've seen so far, the amount of watch parties I've done with NXT and what I've been hearing a lot, that team's got stardom right now. Oh, almost like a pump kick, and just Niall just coming out swinging, and geez, an all-out brawl in the ring, and a stereo super kick, and out goes Tatum Paxley and Ivy Nile by Toxic Attraction. And Jane with a cannonball off the side of the apron and takes up and almost like a punt kick and knocks down Tatum Paxley and JC Jane kind of jawing at the tag champs. And obviously JC Jane puts Paxley back in. So that's what a senton. 1, 2, no. On a senton cover by Jane. And Jane just talking her shit. So and just kind of get in the face of Ivy Nile. And we get a tag into Gigi. And almost a boot strike and a clothesline combination. And a cover here. 1, 2, no. So we get the crowd reactions. We're getting behind Tatum Paxley and Ivy Nile. An elbow strike to the side of the ear, trying to create separation. And it looks like and Gigi with a Irish whip counter. Oh, into a forearm strike. And almost like a flatline STO. I appreciate that, Earl. Really do. Because like I said, I enjoy doing NXT. It's Friday Night SmackDown because knowing that Earl and Jeff do the Raw, we need somebody else to. We also hear that network thought about having someone else to cover NXT and SmackDown, which me and Tyler do. So almost a nice tag team combo by Toxic Attraction here. But outside goes Nile. Oh, with a forearm shiver. And a roundhouse kick to the back of the head of Gigi. And Jane. And those are into the tag champs. Oh, man. And that's going to. And Paxley's going to have her get distracted. And just all hell is kind of breaking loose. Now, both. And we're going to get a no contest here. And there it is. That's going to be no contest. Because, I mean, oh, man, Tatum Paxley taking out everybody. And here come the officials trying to break it all up. So, no contest here. But, man. Actually, you know what? Let me change the background a little bit here. And it looks like we're going to cut to a backstage segment with Brooks and Jensen. With Fallon Henley right now on the phone. So let's just change it to this background. There we go. So Fallon Henley with Josh with Briggs and Jensen. We'll see, man. We'll see. And, of course, here comes the bumbling idiot that's known as Von Wagner. So, Von Wagner taking on Odyssey Jones. And that's going to be the next match coming up after commercial break. Let me just write this down in my... So, at least I won't forget. All right. All right. And obviously, with the World Cup, everybody's into that. I mean, never again I'm putting money on England. But if I had to put money on... the Premier League returns December 26th. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Oh, God. And I love Man U, but knowing that they're not going to have Ronaldo, that's going to suck ass. But then again, that you got to put I blame the Glazer family for that shit. So, I mean, and the fact that they terminated Ronaldo's contracts was besides the point. But before we go any further, this watch along is sponsored by SeatGeek. And let's see what the commercial has to offer. Have you thought about saving money on tickets, whether it's sporting events, concerts, wrestling events, etc.? Use my promo code PhillySports at checkout to save $20 off your order. That is PhillySports, Philly Sports, to save $20 off. Absolutely. Make sure you check me. Use my promo code at SeatGeek. Philly Sports, that is all caps. Just say $20 off because, tickets nowadays are kind of expensive as hell. So that saves you some money because let's put it, the fees kind of suck to get tickets. So obviously, make sure you use that. Absolutely, Steve. Because let's be real, SeatGeek it's one of the other good places to get tickets to. I mean, StubHub is pretty good, but StubHub hasn't really been the same in the last couple of years or so. I like Ticketmaster too. At the same time, but Ticketmaster, from what we've been hearing, it's kind of a bit of a pain in the ass at times. But I mean, look, it is what it is. But shit. Where the hell's my? I don't know. My buddy Tyler's kind of. I think forgot. Let's just bear with me right now. Yeah, ain't that the truth? I mean, but I am going to because actually I think I've told us said this on the Cup streams a couple times, but for the first time on NXT, well, not no, this is not the first NXT stream that I've done. But yeah, when WrestleMania 40 comes to Philadelphia, I am going to be there. Depending on if I want, I'm pretty much going to go to either day 1 or day 2, depending on what the card is looking at for each night. But if the tickets are cheap enough to where I can go for both nights, set me up for that because am going to be excited. Because I'm definitely going to be key outside of there too, and I'm definitely hopefully I can try to see going for the first time outside of the YouTube space, and it's definitely dub at the same time because before the Spotlight Sports Network dissolved, we were planning on to do that. I mean. But yeah. And we get a weird commercial with Shaq, but because like I said, I haven't not been to a wrestling event since 2016. And the last wrestling event I went to WWE was a Monday Night Raw taping before let me think here. I think it was before Money in the Bank or the Royal Rumble. I can't remember the one of the two. But that was the last time that I've been to in a wrestling event. I haven't really been to an AEW event and stuff like that. So hopefully when they come back, I'm gonna be trying to go as much as I can because let's be real, can't miss out on wrestling events. So now back from commercial break. Now we have cut back to a backstage segment with Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. And obviously, there's just discussion of what happened at NXT Deadline. Hmm.
Yeah, you're him, but you're also the one being posterized by Axiom on Twitter. What? Look at him flying through there. I'm amazed. Look at you. You look amazed. That's not a good look, man. No. See, look. We took Melody. We ain't going out like this. Nah. This ain't going down like this.
Yeah, obviously getting some hype going around. Dude, you're lucky because that you can imagine how expensive that's really all that stuff truly is. But so let's see. So we're gonna get Von Wagner and Odyssey Jones. So we got Von Wagner, the bumbling green idiot. That's basically how I want to describe him. And then we get Odyssey Jones. He's also sending back the last. What up, Flame? What up, my guy? Now, obviously, going to have Malik Blade and they can kept the graphic up, but they're going to have So it looks like Odyssey Jones is going to have some company with him at ringside. Just I think for different purposes, just so that Rob Stone will get interfere. But I think everyone had to really put. But yeah. But shout out to the 6 though. Like I said, I appreciate everybody coming in for some NXT. No, a lot of people don't really watch NXT as much as anymore. I've been seeing just like people do Raw, SmackDown like that. So it's like, you know what? NXT. So far though, from getting really started a lot. Even though I do watch it from periods from time to time when I don't stream it. The only times I really don't stream is on the days when they actually have shows that I'm sometimes working on Tuesdays, but that's besides the point. But so Ozzy Jones kind of just taking that shoulder tackle by Wagner and just kind of just jawing at him, kind of get under the skin of Von Wagner. Oh, come on, man. So it looks like Von Wagner trying to get in a 3-point stance and try to take. And obviously, and then what a takedown by Jones and with a scoop slam. So obviously rolls out to the ring here. Yeah, don't we all? I mean, miss the old days of NXT. And then later tonight, I think that is the main event is Mandy Rose and Roxanne Perez for the women's world, the world's title. Like I said, I mean, I thought the fact that they actually made it so soon is, I would say questionable, but I mean, I would not mind it. And it looked like a punk kick to the side of the head of Jones by Von Wagner. So it looks like Von Wagner's now getting more control here. And with a clothesline to the back of the head. Obviously, now kind of keeping his turned his attention originally to Malik Blade and others in the corner of Odyssey Jones right now. And see now we get a slipper, and back into the corner goes Odyssey Jones to try to get that separation. And back to a sleeper again by Von Wagner. And Jones was not having any of it. And multiple clotheslines by Odyssey Jones kind of get that. I appreciate it. Oh, damn. Appreciate that, man. And, with a back elbow kind of rocking a little bit. And the strength of Jones with a body slam. And obviously with Stone kind of getting distracted with Odyssey Jones off the ropes and almost like a crossbody. And Jones for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Odyssey Jones picks up the win thanks to Mr. Stone's, bullshit. So Odyssey Jones picks up the win. I mean, like I said, I think Mandy Rose is going to retain it, but the question is, it's like, oh, of course, we get a back. God, can we get, dude, I hate Javier Bernal. What up, normal guy? What is good? What is good? I think it should be on a pay-per-view. I agree with that 100%. Because, I mean, right now you got New Year's Evil. I know that's their annual New Year's television show for NXT. I mean, right now, the next one you got coming up in February is Vengeance Day. So, I mean, at some point, someone's going to have to be the next number one contender. Or if Roxanne Perez has that, like a no trade clause, or not say no trade, but a rematch clause in her contract, who is to say? I think she might invoke that at Vengeance Day. Well, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see when that happens. And Mackenzie Mitchell just had this weird, like I said, I'm one of those people who I hate. Like, there's some superstars on NXT that I absolutely hate. Javier Bernal is one of them because this dude is an absolute jackass, just how he comes off. And Pretty Deadly, the tag team Pretty Deadly, because I mean, I would make this comparison that Pretty Deadly is pretty much Breezango 2.0. And obviously, we get a commercial break to a documentary on Ric Flair that's going to be streaming on Peacock. To be quite honest, I may or may not watch that because after all the shit that's come out, that's been kind of surrounding Ric Flair's name. From that plane ride from hell, from that Dark Side of the Ring. Like, let's be real. If anybody has not seen that episode of Dark Side of the Ring with Ric Flair and that plane ride from hell, yikes. That was just bad. Like, at some, like, now that it's just like, for a guy like Ric Flair, like, at this time, it's going to be an all-time great, sure. Even though, hey, as let's be real, one of the most infamous shit that's surrounding around him was, like I said, the plane ride from hell and all the stories that's been coming out about him. But the fact that, this dude wants to still wrestling at, close to pushing 80, retire for the love of Christ. Like, you're going to wind up killing yourself. Well, thank God I did not watch his retirement match for NWA, because that was or the Jim Crockett Promotions is what it was. But thank God that was just good God, that was just horrible. What I've been hearing, it's just been horrible. But I mean, so far though, not too shabby. But I think that Von Wagner Odyssey Jones match, I think really didn't really need that, to be quite honest. But maybe that's just me. But yeah. Alrighty. And of course, we get these weird ass commercials. I mean, trust me, it's a look. Dark Side of the Ring is it's a great series. I love it. You know, just the plane when we heard of hearing some stories from the plane ride from hell. You know how. Let's just get. I want to say try to keep it as PG, but the way I could just from what I've seen it, is stories that how Ric Flair, well, quote unquote, had his way with the flight attendants, in ways where shit's not gonna literally not fly, and that shit can get you canceled nowadays. But like I said, Dark Side of the Ring, it's a great series to really watch. I mean, with the Eddie Guerrero segment, man, for those who are huge Eddie fans, if anybody saw that one, that was a gut wrencher. That was just a gut wrencher, and I'll be quite honest. But that's just the way that I've seen it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that even Triple H just said, who done stuff like, well, that leaves up to your imagination. But for those who have not seen it, I highly recommend you would kind of understand what I'm talking about. But in the end, but yeah. And also shout out to my buddy DJ Storms, because he's going to have a lot of stuff to talk about, because especially with what's going on with WWE and Sasha Banks. We know all that Sasha Banks. Meantime, we knew that she was going to be done anyways. Because let's be real, who wants to be like? Look, I mean, if you look wrestling as a profession, yes, I mean that's pretty cool. But for someone like Sasha, who has kind of talked about this more than a couple of times, where like she says, like it's like she finds it hard to be home almost 300 since you've been on the road. Not just on television teams, but also house shows, almost like 360 odd something or 300 something odd days out of the year, with a couple days off, maybe ever so often. And the fact that you're going to get so burnt out, but no one really gives a fuck. But in the end, I think she deserves a lot better than what the company's treated her. And there's also been reports seeing, that she's going to appear at Wrestle Kingdom 17. So that's going to be very interesting, because I mean, but like I said, people are going to take it a little bit a step. Like they say, that they might sign her to a contract. I don't really think that's happening. I think she might just be done with wrestling in its entirety. I mean, if you looked at her, if you follow her on social media, you can see how she's living her best life. Like, like she has all that stress right off her shoulders. And now, what the hell do we got here? I came in. Who the fuck is this guy? So David. So we got. Oh my goodness. God, this is the one match I wish we didn't ever see. Javier Bernal. Absolutely. Well, I don't really think that's happening, but knowing that, because Triple H tried to do everything, tried to get her, try to make her the best deal possible, but I don't think Sasha's really doesn't really want that, because I mean, after how Vince treated her, and from what we've been hearing, that maybe Naomi could be done, which I don't know the rumors are true, but Naomi could be the next one be done with the company, because after how apparently so. I mean, she's going to wrestle for Stardom. More power to her. I think she deserves a lot of a better schedule than what WWE's given her. I mean, to be quite honest, it was just ridiculous. Oh man, Bernal with the inside out clothesline. Honestly, I would say this is just maybe your standard typical squash match. And Gerald actually gets the kick out of two, so good. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean, look, more power to her. I mean, that's like I said. I mean, she's a really good talent, and I think to show she deserves really the best at this point. Yeah, well, like I say, if you bet I knew Croatia was going to find a way to hit a roadblock. And let's be real, Argentina is still really good. I mean, you still got what? I think you still got Suarez is for Uruguay, but you still got Messi, who's going to be going to be down. I mean, you got like some two all-time greats in the soccer history, and Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Who's to say? I think Lionel Messi. I think Argentina could win the damn thing. But then again, they're also going to run into France, who are the defending champs. A lot of people don't remember that France has won the World Cup. Now, like Kylian Mbappe, like a lot of times people like he's pretty much the one that's been balling up with France because, like I said, everyone's already paying attention. I just pay attention to some like the bigger stars, but that's just me. So now we get as normal guys. Then we get the happy jacket guy just with a forearm strike and another one. That's 3, 4, 5, and that is 6 forearm strikes to Javier Bernal by Giro. Into the corner and with the back elbow to kind of just put a stop to that momentum. Up to the top. And an Inzaguri. Just kind of stunned it. And Avalanche Hurricane Rana by Giro. It really is. I mean, you don't want to bet against. See, now that's the thing too. Like that's if they meet they're going to be in the final. If they're going to since they're going to be in the finals, 2, and Giro picks up the win. Okay, that's okay. You come in Giro, but like that's what I'm. The way that I'm saying is too because I'm actually going to try to put a bet on the World Cup, but it's just like you got Argentina. We got France playing their best solid football, but it's this thing. That's a tough bet to put down. Like, do I really want to put? And here comes Scripps out of fucking nowhere. Honestly, for those who don't know, Scripps is a repackaged Reggie. That's really not kind of. It's not kind of. That's kind of given for most people. Then we get some used Sug chants. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it could all change. And then we're going to hear from the New Day, who are the current NXT Tag Team title holders, which, to be quite frankly, when I watched that pay-per-view, and saw the Pretty Deadly drop the titles to the New Day. I'm thinking to myself, like, what sense did that make? I would think we have a veteran tag team in the New Day, kind of, I would say, try to put them over. But I guess, I mean, they would have find other ways playing. Number one, I think, is probably for Xavier Woods, who spent a lot of time at NXT, has really done some good stuff. But this is the first time for Kofi, too. But, I mean, overall, Kofi and, now they're Triple Crown champions in the tag team division, which is great, but I mean, it still didn't really make sense to begin with, but that's just me. But yeah, but shout out to the 3 that's in the chat, though. I guess I appreciate everybody that's come through there today. Oh, boy. But I mean, let's see what other streams we have on schedule. Well, obviously, we got my birthday coming up in March of 2023, towards the end of the month. So I got a separate stream for that. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to have multiple people on. I just chill out, just talk some shit, and that's, and just celebrate. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Let's see what else we got on plan for you guys, and then obviously get the Orange Bowl between my Clemson Tigers taking on the number 6 ranked Tennessee Volunteers. For those who have not seen, I've done a rant stream for about 30 minutes to just kind of just showed my disappointment of just how the Clemson Tigers just fell short of expectations of being a playoff team, but unfortunately, and then obviously December 19th, which is the upcoming week, I will be doing NFL Week 15, the Rams and the Packers. After let's be real, after the Raiders choked a 13-point lead to the Rams, led by Baker Mayfield of all people, to really, let's be real, probably the worst way possible. But I mean, damn. Obviously, then we get the Bears and Eagles at the same time on the following Sunday. And then obviously the Friday Night Smack this coming Friday, along with Between the Lines. So yeah, and then it's rolling me on Thursday. So we got a lot of stuff planned coming up as well. But so far, two matches on the card that I didn't really notice wanted to see was Fog Wagner and Odyssey Jones and Javier Bernal versus Akiem Jiro. But that's my issue with that. But that's besides the point. And then obviously, then we get a new show called Barmageddon. So this is going to be interesting. But I mean, we'll see. But at this point, Tim, I'm also looking for baseball season, even though football is my number 2 sport, because I'm really excited to see Trey Turner and his but yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, like I said, normal guy. I agree with that. That's a good question. Let's see. After the 18th, then yeah, Christmas is the following Sunday after the 18th. So you get the following week afterwards. So obviously now we're getting showing some clips from Deadline and Wendy Chu giving her thoughts on the things. And they say, take her to dog. Please, for the love of God, repackage her, because nobody cares about this damn onesie gimmick bullshit.
Invited to my very first slumber party, and I forgot to bring an extra set of clothes. But it didn't matter anyway because I was just so excited.
Yeah, but
one girl who she thought it'd be funny to throw a drink at me. I was so embarrassed. You know that feeling you just want everyone to like you? Instead of just
I just throw it right in your face.
It just brought me back to that moment again where I just wish I was invisible. I felt like I was 2 inches tall. And I never want to feel like that ever again.
At some point, please repackage the living crap out of her. So we're going to see. So let's see the next thing we got it coming out. And then we get the New Day with a tag team title celebration. And obviously, Booker T is not one of the huge fans of the New Day. I know people do have their issues with the New Day at times. I'm thinking a New Day Rock chance coming. All right, just put this down on my notebook here. Like, look, when did you the person behind the character? I mean, I thought she looks like a total sweetheart, but Triple H and Shawn Michaels, for the least, for the love of God, please repackage her, because it's like I'm thinking to myself, like, who would have wants to wrestle in the goddamn onesie and in pajamas? Like, I know I wouldn't, because I know I would look like very stupid. That's just the way that it's like just common sense. Like, who wants to wrestle in fucking pajamas and carry like a pillow and a blanket and a drink with them to the ring, like every single, or depending on what you're on the card or not. Like, that's just mind boggling. At some point, they don't see that. But obviously, now we're getting a promo by the New Day. Just kind of get the crowd a hype right now. Obviously, winning the tag team titles at Deadline. So let's. That's true. I mean, because I mean, even Kofi. I mean, a lot of people remember he never was even had an opportunity at NXT. So, I mean, we could have had a bet. What I mean, Kofi could have been so much more if NXT was still a thing when Kofi was still around. But unfortunately, we still had FCW, the development. You still got the developmental territory for that. And okay, there's Kofi taking a shot at Booker. And obviously, yeah, that is true. The New Day are 15-time World Tag Team titles. That is crazy to beyond belief that how much people even still give him shit for. And then we get You Deserve a Chance. Because let's be real, I think the New Day has done a very good job. At the same time. But yeah, I think overall though, we get the promo right now. Like I said, because I mean, obviously, this is just kind of how they want to celebrate. Even like I said, Kofi taking a shot at Booker.
It is kind of full circle for me, considering the fact that I was here 10 years ago when NXT started.
Yeah, and that is true. And you know I actually
had the first NXT match ever. And you know who it was against? Funny enough, it was against Big E.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, that's the good old days of NXT. Now, obviously, we get some Big E chance. I really hope this guy does.
It was the fact that I never had the chance to hold an NXT championship.
Yes, sir. You love to see it. You really do love to see it. And we get Pretty Deadly now coming out. God, seeing him. God, another tag team that I've just fucking despise. And obviously, yeah. Of course, we got somebody dressed up like Santa in the audience. That's funny. And we get Santa Chance going in the crowd for the NXT crowd. And there goes the World Cup shot. Oh shit! And then we got New Day chants going on too, and it's just Kofi, and just obviously Kofi and
Rematch. You guys want a rematch, right? Lucky for you, we're all about it. We're all about it. You damn right we are, because Saturday we made magic in this very ring. Okay? And no bull right now. I've been telling everybody that you two are incredibly talented individuals. You're an even better team.
and I'll give Kofi a lot of credit too. The fact that he so acknowledges how talented. I mean, they're talented, but really. And speaking of my other half,
Dude, I am sorry.
hey, trust me, I've been holding this shit down for the last hour 10 minutes.
Dude, I had to use the bathroom bad.
Well, yeah, when nature calls, it does.
Nature was calling, boy.
But yeah, so we're going to get
So I had to go. So I was like, wait, what time is it? And I'm like, wait, I have a stream with my buddy. My mom goes, I'm like, I have to go stream. I'm like, and she was like, I looked at the clock. She goes, it's 9 o'clock. I'm like, what? I ran in here.
But yeah, so far, Roxanne Perez. So get you caught up to speed so far. Roxanne Perez opens up with a promo segment, and then here comes Grayson Waller, become the Aussie jackass that he is. But I love it.
Love that guy. He's awesome.
He interrupts, just like, kind of like, talking about shit, like, oh, I'm the Iron Survivor, and and obviously Roxanne Perez is like, hello, like, I mean, I'm the Iron Survivor too, jackass. Well, let me say how I put it, because that's how
that would be funny if she said it like that. I'm the Iron Survivor too.
And then Braun Breaker comes out talking his shit, and obviously, we know how exactly, and Grace Waller says to Braun, "How's that jaw feeling?" And he's just like, what? He had the what the fuck look on his face and decides
what you say to me, boy?
And obviously we have not seen him ever since. Wesley and Stacks went at it. Obviously, we knew that Wesley picked up the win, obviously, and then obviously Tony Dean. Yeah, it's
I just turned on NXT in the most random moment ever. They had the two redneck guys recite the entire pledge.
Yeah, I'm at that point too.
What?
Obviously, and the next match we had on the card was Toxic Attraction taking on Tina Paxton and Ivan, which resulted in no contest after I think JC Jane threw Ivan into the tag champs, and the tag champs were not having it. And obviously that forced a no contest. And unfortunately, we had two matches that I did not care for. Von Wagner, Odyssey Jones. Well, Odyssey Jones picked up the win over Von Wagner.
So I missed it. Thank God.
And Javier Bernal takes on IKM Jiro. And Jiro actually picks up the win over Javier Bernal.
I kind of like IKM Jiro. He's funny.
I forgot he was even in with the company.
He's funny. I like Jiro.
But yeah, so now we're getting cut back to that was just a whole.
Hey, Mandy.
Honestly, man, I think she's.
I had to do the hey Randy thing, but for Mandy. Hey, Mandy.
Yeah, so that is the next. It
kind of reminds me of that kid from Billy and Mandy. Hey,
oh God, Erwin.
I said that.
Erwin. I like Erwin to a point. The dude just came up as fucking creepy as hell.
He's creepy as shit.
But I mean, the show it, dude. You piss off me, she's gonna kick your ass. But I mean,
waiting for him to get his ass good.
And yeah. So Tyra, so the women's title match is so Roxanne Perez says, screw it. She said, basically she yells, and part of that promo after getting cheap shot by Mandy Rose, she said, you know what? Instead of waiting at New Year's Evil, how about we have it right now? So that's pretty much the main event.
The thing, look, they're having it right now instead of New Year's Evil.
Yeah.
Why are they having it now?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what sense does that make?
You built the match for deadline for the winner to go to New Year's Evil. Now you're not going to have the winner go to New Year's Evil.
I mean, the only other time, yeah.
Oh, please tell me I'm going to get to watch it instead of a football game running over.
Fingers crossed. So JD
honestly, I don't think a football game is going to run over this year because they moved it to Saturday instead of Sunday. Rightfully so, because last time half the country couldn't watch it because of football. I'm talking about tribute to the
And
troops, guys.
see, Sleeping Angel says he thinks this match is going to be. I can definitely see that, and then you can try to find a way to and keep building this because I think this is going to be an interesting rivalry.
It's gonna have like a smudge finish, and they're gonna
'Cause
have a rematch at. Which makes no sense. Just have the match at
New Year's Evil for crying out loud.
Don't have it be a rematch. Have it to be the first match.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm
feud, and then go with a feud and go with it.
Because I mean, I think she's one of many to. And don't get me wrong, though. I mean, her and that, and I even said this too, Tyler. Like how much we kind of talked about how interesting of a concept the Iron Survivor Challenge is. Just like you pin your opponent, beat in the penalty box for 90 seconds. It kind of gives me.
I would tweak it a little bit. That's what I would do.
Like how far would you tweak it?
But not really that far. But then again, I wouldn't tweak it because I like the two people start the match and then every other competitor goes into the ring, Royal Rumble style. I do like that. But before I would actually have another ticker.
Interesting.
I go 5, 4, 3, 2,
instead of
1.
Counting up.
To notify, like the next competitor is coming.
Yeah, okay, that's I get that.
We only had the crowd chanting,
but and then unfortunately we did get cut to like I guess on one of these weird prayer promo with Renji Chu, as she said. The chat. For those who are watching this, if you're stuck under a rock, Tyler knows how much I've been ranting and raving for the creator to repackage her for the love of Christ.
Dude,
this is the reason I don't have hair.
Ever since NXT 2.0 started, so basically a year, this guy has been clamoring for them to change the name.
At least go back to what she was. Like literally, you're ruining the character. I
was thinking, okay, Triple H is going to take the reins, or Shawn Michaels is going to take the reins. They're going to change her gimmick. Nope.
And
they didn't. They kept it around, which was stupid.
And I said this too. So it's like, number one, who wants to wrestle in fucking a small onesie pajama? Because let's be real, if a wardrobe malfunction happens on PG television, that's not going to look good on WWE then and there.
Hopefully, she's wearing some undergarments under that.
Because it doesn't look. There was a couple matches where I've seen her wrestle. It does not look like she's wearing anything under there. Because she's wearing these onesies are like one size too tight. I would say, woo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's
it's kind of because they gotta have the assets shown on TV for some reason.
Literally,
they're PG. They're PG.
Yeah, no. PG my ass.
Pause. Wear something family friendly. Yes, she's wearing family friendly.
Like, if you wear like an actual onesie pajamas, like I'm okay with. At least you have something. Yeah. If you have something underneath, more power to you. If you have like a t-shirt,
but but here's how the gimmick is, right? She's wearing a onesie pajama. She has iced coffee and a pillow.
I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is this?
It's basically she's playing a basic white girl just waking up.
I mean, I love Wendy Chu is behind the person behind the character. I think she's a total sweetheart. But for the love of God, like you're just
basically a basic white girl waking up. That's what
like literally you're playing out the stereotype, a basic white. Well, I don't want to call her going to go that far, but
it's not a stereotype to her because she's not exactly white.
But it's the white girl stereotype.
She's more of like Asian descent, but like she's basically it's basically the stereotype of a basic white girl.
And
waking up with iced coffee. Don't mess with me because I didn't have my coffee yet. Type of thing.
Oh God, yeah, and yeah. What is? And because
there's the woman who did the flippy flip into a cutter. She did the flippy flip.
And what? And then I guess.
Dude, did they turn her face? They turned her face.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I thought that was Cora. I thought that was Cora. Like, why'd you turn her face?
This is what we were saying. Like, she's a good wrestler, but she's got one of the most cringiest gimmicks you could probably think of. Like,
like I said, it's a basic white girl before she has her coffee.
And the fact that she also calls back to, when she was like, she had her very first slumber party, and when people start throwing drink in people's faces and shit like that, it's like, what the fuck am I listening to? Like, is this like one of the a wrestling version of soap opera? Like, what the hell?
Okay, if I see this guy doing a Tarzan walk towards me like he did to those steps, I'm running away. I am running off.
I'm going to very.
Screw that.
This is going to be very interesting in seeing Julius Brutus Creed wrestle for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, he hasn't wrestled 1-on-1 first time?
I've never seen him wrestle.
I thought he did.
I think they were still dealing with injury at the time because I don't think they were not medically cleared at one point.
Oh, right. He wasn't medically cleared because he was injured.
And then JD McDonough coming to this one after getting his. Let's be real,
because they were building up that one of the members of Diamond Mine was doing it.
Yeah, and obviously Brutus Creed no solely forearm shot by JD. And for those who if you didn't see Deadline, the fact he took 5 super kicks
over in the face, and then Julius was like, "Nah."
Woo! What a
He's like,
different
"Nah,
knife edge chops."
Even that don't hurt him. Good
And he
Lord,
sold a drop kick.
He knows how to drop kick.
What a guy!
This man's a brick wall. God damn!
Oh, what a slap to the side of man! Just
oh my god!
But I mean, so far though, I mean, look, I thought. Actually, where's that comment? Because I know normal guy actually. Where the hell is it?
Yo, I like this Julius guy.
That's Brutus.
Oh, that's Brutus. I like Brutus. He's awesome.
And I mean, how about JD McDonough after taking 4 super kicks on NXT Deadline? It's just like, god damn, like how do you not even get rocked
this
after
poor
that?
dude didn't even get a pinfall in that match. He
Yeah,
didn't get one fall.
Like you tell me get screwed hard. Like that's one way to doing it.
Hard, bro.
And
obviously he got 4 super kicks at the same time. He didn't get a fall. Dang.
And even though I even mentioned Tyler this too, I've never seen Grayson Waller wrestle, but from what I've been hearing about his character work, it's flawless.
He's really good. I like his finisher. It looks like he's taking a basketball between the legs and then he hits an elbow drop.
That's great. And the fact that he pulled a shoey on NXT Deadline, that was great.
That crowd was hyping him up. Like he was like, oh yeah, when he did the thing.
And obviously. And oh man, what a flip outside the ring by Brutus to give it to JD.
He almost hit his head on the table.
Man, Brutus just want to kill JD.
He got whipped so hard outside that ring. He almost died.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Bruce is messing him up. Oh, hung him up on the ropes. Oh, he just kicked that crap out of Julius.
And that kick is good.
Yeah, he hit a field goal there. Kick is up. Kick is good. Field goal. 3 points.
JD, what are you doing?
He's gonna.
And he's gonna get a chair.
Oh God. Don't you know it's a no disqualification?
And here comes into sheer. Is it just me, or they actually finally Veer Mahan actually looks better than what he was when he first came up?
Yo, he is jacked. Veer Mahan looks jacked.
And finally, he's actually let's be real.
He's not in that terrible warrior gimmick. He's like a Indian mobster.
And I like it. So fine, at least give me something that I can work. I think he's really making that work.
The only thing he really needs to hone in is his mic work.
Oh yeah, the mic work absolutely.
The in-ring stuff, fine, cool. But the gimmick he was given was bad. But with a good gimmick and with some proper mic work, he could be a star.
I mean, that's a world like I said, with everything he can hold at all the right. Who's to say
he has I'm gonna be like Vince here. He has a world champion belt.
I mean, he's just got rich. Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, I think he's a perfect guy to really, if you wanted to build around, like if you want to have your roster built around him, I think Veer Mahan could be one of those guys. going forward down the line.
Yep.
And then-
I really liked Indus like in NXT before.
And I'm really digging it. And like I said, and I told people that, for those who are watching NXT for the first time, where the hell you have been? This is like what, our 4th NXT Watch Party? I think 4th or 5.
This is our 4th. We haven't done it that long.
And then we get Mackenzie Mitchell and Zoe Stark. And so we're gonna. Oh, and going back to what I said about the New Day promo, even Kofi took some shots and said, "Look, well, you may hate us. Well, we can't. Hey, look, at least we're happy. At least can be more sultry than Booker T is." And he just took a shot at Booker T because we know how Booker T doesn't like the New Day.
Yeah. I'm going to say this right now. Zoe Stark as the heel is better as her as the face. Way better.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I think because for me, I think she could be the next one who could take the title off Mandy, hands down. Because I mean,
they would have to turn her face.
That's it. I don't
or turn Mandy face, and I don't want either.
Fuck. That's the hard part, though. It's like Mandy's doing really good as a heel, and same with me. Zoe Stark
that was me with Mandy too. She was better as a heel than the face when she had that thing with Otis. Yeah, I liked it, but
because it was just me
rooting for Otis the entire time.
But yeah, you get because the crowd reaction behind Mandy Rose what was she with the Golden Goddess or God's creation or whatever the crack that was?
She was the Golden Goddess,
and yeah, no one really gave a flying fuck about that. You can
every time her entrance played, the crowd was dead.
And the fact
dead. Now they cheer.
And then we get Lear Valkyria. Now she's going to make her NXT debut next.
So I can't wait. I'm hyped,
dude.
I heard she's really good.
If you have not watched
NXT UK,
she was great.
I've never seen an episode of NXT UK. I
highly recommend you try. You do after the stream because you have it on Peacock.
I know they have every episode because it's canceled. Because they're canceling it for NXT Europe.
But yeah, I mean, I think so far though, I mean, it's been
that name makes more sense than NXT UK because a lot of those wrestlers on there were German.
I mean, Walter's Austrian. You had Alpha Fire is Scottish.
You had Ludwig, who's German.
Giovanni's Italian.
Yeah, Giovanni's Italian.
But then again, though,
Dragunov's Russian.
Yeah. Even though if you have not watched Dragunov wrestle, man, y'all are missing out.
Dude, that match with Walter when he won the title, the UK title,
that was great.
That was great.
I think it's just NXT UK and had a lot of interesting talent. Let's keep it a buck here. I liked Alpha Fire.
I just don't know why it didn't work. Maybe because there wasn't just UK talent; it was everything else that made no sense to people.
I guess so. I mean,
and plus the time it was on. It was on at 3:00. No one watches wrestling at 3:00.
And I think that was the biggest. Well, that was always the biggest issue. And also too, that also put into perspective too, and also the pandemic that pretty much shut down everything.
Yeah. Dude, the pandemic made wrestling less interesting.
Yeah,
because there was no fans. There were times where I was missing Raw and SmackDown. Heck, I was even missing AEW for a time.
Yeah. But I think overall, though, it's been a solid show. I mean, Jero, I thought he was actually entertaining to watch over Javier Bernal. And, Tyler knows how much I hate him as well. Like I said, there's two big body Javi. That jackass.
God.
Not like last week. It's like we pulled out this Corona, his own cologne. It's and Mackenzie was like, "What?"
I love Mackenzie's reaction when he was trying to hit on her. She was like, "Yeah, no." I just started cracking up.
Literally, look. As much as his character work is stupid, but he's just he's hilarious to really just laugh at. But like I said, I mean, I think, like I said, Tyler knows me. I mean, Javier Bernal, I hate. Well, I won't say this. I mean, I won't say hate's such a strong word. I kind of. Don't fully hate, but I mean, you could definitely laugh at, and definitely pretty deadly. Tyler knows how much I hate those.
You only hate the gimmick because of the clothes they wear.
They're talented, but really, who decides they're fucking? It's
they wear a crop top, but
it's what literally up to their shoulders. It's where the hell is the right shirt? And right now, when he had a promo, when he had it, it's like really a guy wearing a crop top. What's sense? That's like what the hell? It's like
I
what's
mean, guy
wrong?
wearing a crop top, fine, do you? But if it looks right, it looks right. It doesn't even look right.
It really
'Cause
doesn't. I think girls better look
even a
better in crop
top.
tops.
It's like it's not even half of a shirt. It's like a quarter of a shirt.
And
It's
obviously,
the top part of a shirt. That's all they wear.
but now we're getting. It looks like we're getting some a little bit of a recap from this deadline between Alba Fire and Island Dawn. Let's be real,
Isla Dawn freaks me out.
I love it. Like,
Yo, she's freaky. Like she's like psycho.
God,
She freaks me out.
I kind of feel
Now she's got
she kind of
candles.
gives
She's
you
doing some
like a
weird,
female Bray Wyatt type of vibes. Just the
she's
way how
doing
her
some
character,
like weird wolf seance or something.
like this,
I
like
don't know where she's
witchcraft
going.
shit. But I'm all for it.
Black mist. It looks like invisible mist. Ain't no black mist. That's like clear. Yo, what she did to that ref freaked me out. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's just like
yo,
damn.
she did that crap with her mind. What?
Honestly,
And then she rolled her eyes at the back of her head before she hit that move. Yo, that freaked me out.
so we get a Mark. So Murray.
Here comes jobber number one, because he's always a jobber, Amari Miller. Always jobs out.
And
I mean, rightfully so, because she's got a bland gimmick. Just her.
Okay, I'm really liking this interesting for Lyra Valkyra.
Okay, this is epic. Yo,
I'm okay. I'm already.
that's so badass. Yo, and that filter too. Yo, that's so cool.
Like, I mean, whoever's the producer for WWE.
I don't know who does that, but that's so cool.
Not just that. I mean, even on the main roster, like with the 3D holograms, like I'm okay.
I'm okay with it, except for Roman's. Roman's is kind of hokey.
It's well, I mean, well, switching with the bloodline fight is just a goddamn tree. That's all it is.
Plus, it's just Roman, CGI Roman, and CGI Usos for the entrance way. But dude, that was so cool.
And with a smoke machine too, I'm all for that.
Oh, dang, she whipped her. Holy crap. She tried to do an arm drag and whip the crap out of her arm.
And then we get almost an arm, and now we got a wrist lock here. Try to do. Oh my, dude, your arm's not supposed to bend that way.
Oh my god.
Like, how the hell? And obviously,
Is she one of those wrestlers?
Apparently, one of those flexible wrestlers because your arm's not.
I've never seen her before. I mean, it's like.
Oh, what an insecure! Good lord, I think she's out on her head. Oh, hey,
good night.
What up, Mitch?
Good night. She's going to sleep.
6-6-1.
What up, Mitch?
6-6-1.
Shocker.
It's
Good
against
job.
the Kings.
Well, that's so.
The Kings are good though.
We blew them out pretty much. 1 by 20.
Okay, maybe they're not that good.
Well, what? That's the first time Mitch you ever been on our NXT streams.
Yep.
Yeah. I gotta set up some other streams behind the scenes, so might as well. How's NXT so far?
Has been pretty good, other than a couple matches. You know, like I said, between Javier Bernal and Jero. I mean, Jero was entertaining to get the win over Bernal. Then Von Wagner was absolute ass over Odyssey Jones. Meantime, we talked about how, let's be real topic. I call him the big bumbling idiot. That's just what Von Wagner is. But that's another story for another day. Then Roxanne Perez, like I said, opens up with a promo segment, gets interrupted by Grayson Waller, and then Braun Breaker comes out, talk his shit, and then obviously Mandy Rose takes a cheap shot at Roxanne, and then we're gonna get the title match, which is pretty much the main event, which means I really don't agree with the moving up from New versus Evil.
Yeah, I don't know why they moved it up from New Year's Evil. The match was supposed to be the winner of that match was supposed to go to New Year's Evil to face the champion, not face her next week.
And a senton by a Miller. Yeah, 1, 2, no.
The only thing setting Miller back is she's just herself. She doesn't have a gimmick.
Because, I mean, that's kind of the wrestling nowadays. You need at least have a gimmick to get over.
You gotta have a character. It's basically essentially now a TV show. You gotta have a character. But
Oh,
just
what a
being yourself, it's not gonna work.
roundhouse kick by Lyra. Good night, Amari. Good night, Amari Miller. Good Lord. And up to the top.
She's getting her crap rocked. Oh my God.
Almost like a frog splash variation. Cover 1, 2, 3. Valkyria gets her first win on NXT.
I like Valkyria. She is awesome.
Who?
Valkyria. The new NXT
Yeah, she came over from NXT UK.
Yeah,
no, I didn't hear the name.
Oh, Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, Lyra Valkyria.
Gotcha.
Kind of gives me. So cool. I mean, her entrance kind of gives me like Norse vibes. The way and we get a backstage with Axiom.
Axiom.
Oh yeah, Axiom, the knockoff Power Ranger.
That's just what.
Have you ever seen a Power Ranger in a turtleneck? You did now.
And I would agree. And I have said this too. Like
that was a funny joke. As you can tell, I'm very nervous about this match. And Mackenzie goes, I can't see your face. How am I supposed to tell?
Like literally, she's doing.
He's like, how am I supposed to tell that you're nervous? He's like, I can't see your face.
But if you watch him wrestle, if you watch Axiom wrestle, he is great as a wrestler. He's got.
I swear, Mackenzie Mitchell with her comedic timing is just hilarious.
So now we're getting to Duke Hudson and Chase U are coming out.
Duke Hudson's about to turn on Chase U eventually.
And speaking of that, Tower, Duke Hudson did shake hands with Drew Gulak.
Yeah, he's gonna turn on him.
And it's you can definitely tell there was some.
Gulak's supposed to be. Gulak is essentially is a babyface now, in a sense.
And like you said, so they gave him the damn 2K gimmick.
Dude, I'm gonna help another wrestler. That's and in the same attire too. It's basically the 2K gimmick. And if it turns into him turning on Chase, then it's going to be complete. That's the gimmick, because he turns on you eventually in 2K.
Yeah,
he turns on in a tag team match.
But yeah, I mean, so far though, it's been a really good show. Like I said, other than the 2 matches, New Day taking some shot. I mean, just having their fun.
New Day's always fun.
And the fact, even during that promo, obviously Xavier Woods makes a callback to his first match on NXT. Unfortunately, that was against Big E, which is very unfortunate. It's like kind of miss the guy.
Oh yeah, remember our first time meeting? You kicked my butt.
And it's
I remember you. Yeah, I remember you. Want to be best friends? Yep. Okay.
But I mean,
that's like if me and you kicked each other's butt, and then we're like, "Oh, we want to be friends."
Well, technically, Tyler, I would be. Well, I had the height and weight advantage. So I mean,
you would murder me in a fight.
Oh, I would 100%.
You would. You would murder me in a fight.
I've known you for 13 years. I mean,
yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
I'm still small and still scrawny. You would still murder me in a fight.
But I mean. But hopefully, God, it's just like I really hope Big E's entry is not going to be one of those things where he's going to have to hang it up at some point.
At this point, it's been over a year. I think he's essentially done.
And I mean, it sucks.
It sucks. Yeah, it's sad. because he was a great talent. He was entertaining. I loved the guy. He was awesome.
Just that one spot just changed changed his career.
Yep. Thanks
I
to
mean-
what's his face who did it.
I think that was
I can see his
Rich
face.
Holland.
It was Rich Holland. Yeah, Rich Holland power bombed him. He power bombed him too hard, and he landed on his neck.
But even Rich Holland came out and said, "Look, I mean, he did not mean to do it."
It wasn't Rich Holland's fault per se. It was an accident.
It was just it was an accidental botch.
And I'm sure he called him up countless times. Hey man, how you feeling? You feeling better, dude? You know, I'm sorry that happened. And Big E's probably like, oh, it's all good, bro.
But I mean, so far though, man, I mean, NXT Deadly was an excellent pay-per-view. Don't get me wrong.
That pay-per-view was banger after banger after banger.
Tyler, I got good news for you, bro.
What?
So I did the calculations of your the Pigskin recap.
Right.
Out of 7 episodes, you have a total of 207 views. So you divide that by 7, you're averaging 29.5, which rounds up to 30.
Damn.
I'm
good, bro. I'm good.
There you go.
I'm good, bro.
One of the logistics. The first episode got 29, the second one 43, 29, 26, 28, 22, and 30.
Nice.
Yep.
Told you I was going to deliver. I told you.
Yep. There you go, man. There you go. Let me get that. Yep. So you got a total of 207. I forget how much now.
400 and something you said.
No, it
I
was
think.
207.
Oh, 200 and something, yeah.
200. So you averaged it. It was 30. Got it.
Yeah.
And we get back from commercial break, and we get and it looks like we got Kiana James, and looks like Brooks Jensen backstage. So let's.
There's a guy named Brooks and Catering.
Oh, that's right. Brooks and Jensen and Briggs are going to actually have a tag team title match next week.
Dude, this guy is visibly shaking right now because he's just talking to him. That would be me if a pretty girl was talking to me like, what do I do? He throws real quick. I looked at you and knew what size you were. I would have fainted.
I was like, what?
I would have fainted.
If you're not,
she said, I looked at you and I knew what size you were.
It's basically,
That's a pause.
Yeah, it's basically that type of joke. Yeah, it is.
And looks like we're going to, oh man, it's getting low.
I would have died. I would have died.
And here comes Toxic Attraction kind of kicking everybody's ass, and that's an all-out brawl backstage.
When aren't they starting fights backstage? They started a fight on Deadline. They're starting to fight with everybody now. They're just kicking people in the face.
So next is Duke Hudson taking on Damon Kemp.
Did I just see Regal trying to break up a fight? I
don't think that was Regal. Regal won't be back till early 2023.
Oh, I don't know why I just saw Regal. I thought I saw Regal. They didn't. But dude, that one guy was the guy that was with the hat and Keanu was talking to him. He was shaking.
Brooks Jensen,
girl.
Like that. Like, well, I mean, technically, Tyler, you and I were like that at one point in our lives.
Dude, I'm still like that.
I mean, I've learned how to get over it over the years.
Yeah. I'm still scared to freaking talk to.
Well,
when girl starts talking to me, I'm like shaking, like, oh god.
And it's either scoop slam by Hudson. And Kemp rolls to the outside, to the corner, hangs up Hudson and the ropes. And with the face first into the turnbuckle goes Duke Hudson.
But there was a. I can't believe WWE as of late, like the last few years, have added like innuendo to their shows.
I like exactly. So it's like
pause.
Pause.
That was very clearly a
that's a
penis
subtle.
joke.
That's like even though
that was
like,
a penis joke.
That was just.
I
that was
looked
just
at you and I
obvious.
knew what size you were.
Like,
that
pause.
clearly was. That clearly was that type of joke. That was.
But I mean,
you can't tell me different.
I mean, for a PG, you're supposed to be a PG product. Like you're supposed to
But
keep.
PG movies have had
PG movies.
too.
That is true.
Kids are not going to know what that meant. Adults do. Kids aren't going to know what that meant.
Oh God.
And with almost a gut wrench sidewalk slam by Damon Kemp, and it.
Oh, that was a clean gut wrench slam.
2, no.
This man just shoulder tackle him like he was in the NFL.
And now we got into a headlock and just.
Oh yeah, we're matched up really well this week.
And Drew Gulak just came out of fucking nowhere, and Andre Chase is kind of jawing at him.
I love how Gulak just shows up like hello.
And Hale just shooing him away. It's like, what's that gonna do?
He's like, she's adorable, bro.
I mean, like she's like when you give her too much. She's one of those people. When you get too much caffeine, like she's so super wired.
She's like a 5-year-old kid trapped in a 20-something-year-old body.
Yeah,
all like hyper and like.
And we get a chase you a Hulk up by a Hudson and just.
Yo, I can't believe how over Chase U is.
Very.
Yo, Tyler, you want to hear something? Your show does better than mine on the network.
Yo, I'm killing you.
My show got 9.
You're jobbing out to me. Dang.
Well, dude, think about it. It's on my channel. It's on Randy. It's on Further's, and today it was on Rob's too.
Yep. And it's on my Facebook. It's on the Philly Sports Facebook. It's on.
No.
Anywhere.
That was just on MK headlines today.
Oh.
Man, with Duke Hudson now taking over control, right?
You had it on 5 channels. You can only get 9
on the network because the network is the least amount of subscribers out of everybody.
Yeah.
And a big boot, and that's good night, Demon Kemp. 1, 2, 3. So Duke Hudson picks up the win.
Dude, she needs to lay off the coffee. My God. Yo, she is hyper as hell every single week. It's adorable.
And we're getting to the main event right now. We got Roxanne Perez. Let's be real, very fun to watch.
Roxanne looks like she's ready to go.
And then we get Mandy Rose decked out in all red. And almost like try to pull off a Nikki Bella bullshit, but that's
I think she looks better than Nikki Bella.
And to be honest, though, I think she's done real. She looks better overall as a wrestler since going back to NXT. If you really think about it,
acknowledge me. I did a year ago, my guy.
And obviously, and that's the one thing that's going to be very interesting. Is like how are they going to build this potential split? I feel
like they're going to build it right before Survivor Series next year because I think that's where they're rumored.
That's going to fucking hurt like a bitch.
It's going to hurt like hell. I'm be in pain. I'm going to be hurting. That's going to hurt.
But also the sense of the fact that, Kevin Owens is sticking his nose into the Bloodline's business, which could also be another indicator
it's because his best friend is brainwashed and he's trying to get his best friend out of there.
And of course, they get a commercial for the World Cup. And then, Croatia got their ass.
I don't care. America crapped to bed. I don't care anymore.
And also, and that's another thing too that the New Day took a shot at. So at least England's not in the World Cup anymore. And they took a shot at.
I don't know why you're taking shots at England, dude. We got out first.
Yeah, I'm thinking
I don't know
myself
why
like
you're taking shots at England. You should take
that's
shots
kind
at
of
us.
ironic, but I mean,
It's
I
kind of
mean,
hypocritical.
it
Ah,
is,
no,
but the
he's a
crowd went
hypocrite.
wild. The crowd loved it.
Yeah, because I bet they were chanting No, they were chanting soccer.
Nah,
Probably.
and they were getting close to doing that, but they were just like
It's
stick with
called
the new.
soccer. Do.
But yeah, but man, and for those who have not seen Roxanne Perez wrestle, y'all are missing out on
Dude, she is great. I loved her in Ring of Honor too. She was awesome.
and obviously could be a potential good women's world champion in NXT.
Yeah, I think she has the credentials already to be a world champion. She was already a world champion in another company.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about she actually held the ROH.
She was the final women's champion before they closed their doors for temporarily.
So far though, we had really good opening segment for Grayson Waller, and you know how Australians are sometimes at like douchebag sometimes, but I know that's kind of the stereotype. But I mean, I love it too. I think just how Grayson Waller presents itself like it's
Dude,
like, you know,
Grayson Waller's a star. He has he has the right amount of cockiness, and he can wrestle in the ring too.
Yeah, and yeah, but I mean it's and the fact that Braun Breaks say, you know, really, like he just had that what the fuck look on his face. It's like after it's like, how's that jaw? It's like pause.
He
Really?
He was like, yeah, that was what he said. Really.
Yeah, like he's like,
Go there?
like you went and obviously he chased him through the crowd and out to the building, because that was the first thing to open up NXT was, like I said, Broxton open up, then Waller comes in with, you know, get a camera out to Waller and his Hummer honking the horn, and then he says get me a mic. He comes in, talks all this shit. So he says, "No, I'm the best number Iron Survivor challenger." It says and Roxanne says,
Roxanne looks
it's
at
like
him
Grayson, like it's like hello, like she also made it clear. It's just like, you know, you also have the women's side too. So he also, well, that's kind of funny. Just Roxanne kind of take a little jab at him, but I love that nonetheless.
Yeah, I was hoping Mandy came out. I hope Mandy came out in that segment, but she didn't.
Oh, she did. She took a cheap shot at Roxanne in the back of the head with the title belt.
Oh,
but yeah,
like, bro, you're not the only one here that won the match.
Exactly. That's
and I don't care about either of those teams.
Nobody cares.
I don't give a damn.
We got Giants and Commanders Sunday Night Football.
Oh.
That's one of the games I'm skipping. Like, screw it, I'm skipping that game.
What commercial is this?
Fuck. Oh wait, Rob.
Yo.
I may need you to be the producer of Tyler's show again on Monday, because I'm doing the Birds of Broad Street.
I got you.
Just in case. I mean, I can be here for like half to like 45 minutes.
So we get a triple threat tag team match next week for the women's tag titles on NXT.
I kind of find it funny how NXT builds up these matches. They just have them brawl backstage. All right, we're gonna get a match because they brawled backstage.
And then we get Carmelo Hayes and Axiom going at it. Let's be real. I think Carmelo Hayes is ready for the main roster. I'm sorry, that's just the way
he's more than
him and Braun Breaker are more ready.
Like I would actually have him be the one to take the title off of Braun, and then have Braun get called up.
What Carmelo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. That's the way that I would see it, and that's when even DJ Storm said, I mean, he's another guy that should be the only one to take the title off of Braun. And we get to the main event, to the now to the nitty gritty. Rocks,
do the gritty.
So we got Roxanne Perez now kind of shaking out her shoulder after getting cheap shotted from behind earlier in the night by Mandy Rose.
He's like, yeah, ain't too banged up, whatever.
And obviously, if you didn't see and Deadline, me and Tyler kind of poked fun at Booker T for crying like an actual little bitch.
He had a whole box of Kleenexes. He was like 10 of them. He was crying.
Oh wait, Tyler, he just asked me on your post, is it all on YouTube? And I go, yes, sir.
Yeah. It's all on YouTube.
I gotta figure out your Facebook because I don't think it's going public.
No, it's that's the problem. I have to invite people to watch.
Yeah, Facebook. Ever since with the new Facebook updates, like back then you could, but had no problems. But when the Facebook with everything with Facebook makes some changes, like also I know you got to invite people, like because like if it's not in a if you could do like a group, you should be okay. But your personal, you had to say no. We're gonna invite people to. It's like what fucking sense does that make?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah, there's no way you can make it public. So I tried and I can't. So I have to invite people to watch.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and half the time they probably don't even watch. So it's like whatever.
But at least tired of the benefit is you could actually share them out. So if people do miss it,
You
Yeah,
sure you can't fix it? Like at all?
you can't. No, you can't. There's no way. I looked at the settings and everything. You can't change it.
yeah, I do the exact same thing, but you can't do that.
Wow. That's why I don't do my personal Facebook page.
Okay, Mandy.
Who's Mandy Rhodes?
Yeah. Like I said this before the show. Even when the show starts, Mandy Rose is going to retire. There's no way. It's still too soon at this point. I'm not for Roxanne, but just the way how this rivalry is going to go.
Honestly, at this
You wanna
rate,
know
I think they
something
need.
funny?
I think they need to recall back up Mandy Rose. At this rate,
You want to know something funny? Whenever I think of the name Roxanne, did you guys ever see the movie Good Burger?
oh
Mhm.
God,
Oh,
her.
When you got introduced Cal at Good Burger
Oh God,
and in the mini golf.
oh good God.
That's my favorite
Did
Cal.
you get bopped in the head with the ball?
Yeah.
I just noticed too that both the men's the NXT Women's Champion also has like the actual NXT 2.0 colors behind on the plates. I don't know if anybody's picked up on that.
Yeah, they need to change that.
Go back to what it was. What up,
Yeah.
Jeff? Jeff in the
What's
zone in
up?
the chat.
What's up? What's
Yo,
up? What's up?
Jeff, I need to get you on the StreamYard, bro. I
And
can't do the Sixers next Monday. Damn.
This coming Monday?
Yeah, I'm doing a game on Friday against the Warriors, but I can't do
Hang
Monday
on.
because I'm on the Birds of
Who the
Bronx.
heck is calling you?
I don't know. Probably a scammer, maybe.
Damn
Actually, no, sorry,
number.
that was my
I
girl
think they-
calling.
Oh,
what? Huh?
you should have muted your mic and answered it, bro.
Well,
Wait,
it was a face. It was
Whoa! Are we just gonna? Rob's got a girl now.
He's had a girl for a year,
2 years actually.
Wow, what the
2
fuck?
years. Yeah.
How come I didn't know for over 2 years?
To be honest, like I said, I keep my dating like outside, other than because I tell Tyler about because he's the one I can trust. Because
That makes sense.
I keep my dating like private.
That makes sense.
Because
That makes sense.
I almost called Tyler Trevor. What the fuck is going on in my brain?
Trevor?
You call
I
me
am the-
Trevor?
I almost called you Trevor because I God knows what.
I get you, man. I get you.
He almost called your best friend of 13 years Trevor.
Trevor Lawrence?
No. And no, Jeff, actually, I met her through a good friend of mine that years ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's the one thing I would never do is online dating. I don't trust it.
It's sketchy as hell.
It's sketchy. It's super sketchy. Because a lot of the catfishing and crap, and then a lot of pedophiles like use that crap just to get groom little girls, and it sucks. You see a lot of stories on the news about that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't trust that at all.
Oh, I mean, if you talk, but yeah, I mean, look, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm trying to get her, even though she's, and we actually got to. It's the funny thing too. When we actually talked about, and how much shit she's gone through. Like she's been before even we met for since we've been together 2 years. I kind of give a little bit of a backstory. Like we kind of been talking about this back and forth a lot of times. Like she's been looking for someone to she doesn't for not for just her weight because she's That's kind of bit like me. I'm like big, basically. So that's a little bit of the backstory. And we've been together over 2 years, and just that's becomes short end of the stick. Why the hell did we get? God, I don't know what's Shaq in these commercials, but shit, it's funny.
Shaq's in like nearly every single one of them now.
Dude, this man's got so much money. Like what?
And one of them is with a company that he owns now.
I mean, he also owns a part of Papa John's.
He actually owns a majority of Papa John's.
Man, that's even more money he's bringing in.
Because he made his own pizza, the Shaq-a-Roni pizza or whatever.
Nobody cares about Metro, but yeah.
I do. That's way better than goddamn other companies, bro. Cheaper.
Well. For me, I think Domino's is better than. Well, I haven't really had Papa John's in years. I mean, just it really has. I mean, Pizza Hut has their qualities kind of dipped a little bit.
Pizza Hut's quality dropped hard.
Yeah, I think. Well, pause.
It's so fake. It's so fake now.
It really is. Like the cheese is fake. The crust is fake.
It's artificial.
That's why Domino's for me. I like Domino's pizza.
It's artificial stuff on top of artificial stuff on top of artificial.
Hey, you want to go kill yourself? Go to Pizza Hut.
Put it this way: it's more artificial.
Than
the frozen pizzas.
What's that?
Jeff hit not Jeff in the zone. NYG 7085 hit 769 subscribers.
He's good at what he does.
And I took a screenshot of it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
He's good at what he does. He's good at what he does, man.
Yeah, I know, but he hit the number.
Oh yeah, I know. He hit the number that you like. I know.
Dude, Mitch is so upset. We gotta put him.
Why is he so obsessed with that number?
I have no idea.
Why aren't you?
Because it's stupid. It's childish. 69.
And then we get
I put it in the group chat.
Then we get Barmageddon.
Have you ever seen that show? I watched it last night.
I didn't catch it.
It's actually pretty funny.
What?
Barmageddon.
Comes on after Raw every week. It's funny. It's in Blake Shelton's bar in Nashville. It's Blake Shelton, Nikki Bella, and Carson Daly who host it.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting because DJ Source has got a lot of because we've been, with Sasha Banks being done with the company because they're like so far because I've been hearing like reports it's like they still had contract extension talks, but they were like when it comes to the money issue is like they were so far off in terms of
But the thing is though. I don't think money even came into play that much, considering her mental health stuff and other crap.
And plus you got to think too of how much Vince treated her like crap. So that also
for the last year that she's been with the company, besides her feud with Bianca, she was used poorly, like super poorly. They put her in the tag team picture, barely even used her in Naomi for a while.
I think Naomi.
They tried to have Naomi turn on her in a 5-pack match for the dang title, not even for the tag titles,
which was ridiculous.
Oh, and it looks like Vengeance Day is going to be moving out of the Performance Center.
Yeah, they're going to be in Charlotte.
They'll be doing it in an arena.
Thank God.
Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina, where the crappy Hornets play.
And well, not just the Hornets, also the Panthers. And then next week, Apollo Crews returns, and I guess
here's the thing, though: the Panthers don't play in the Spectrum Center.
Oh, true, but they're playing. So Electra Lopez.
I'm talking about the team that plays in the Spectrum Center.
Oh yeah,
and that's the crappy Hornets.
And Perez kicks out at 2. And obviously next week, like I said, Apollo Crews is going to make his return after a really tough loss to Braun Breaker. And then you have Indy Hartwell taking on Electra Lopez next week as well on NXT.
Lopez.
Lopez, sorry. I'm sorry.
You said Lopez.
Sorry. After I ate so much, it's like I didn't, but yeah. So
He
again,
does- like I get that way when my mouth is like super dry that I just can't talk right.
like it's it helps me. It makes me combine words, like letters in the words. And looks like Roxanne, man, Ray's
She
got
gonna
that.
tap? Is she gonna tap?
And then we get
She's moving closer. She's inching closer.
and obviously, we got a
Nope.
nice counter. 1, 2, no. And I don't know what a knee strike that could do it.
Oh, that
1,
did it. That did
2,
it.
no.
Ice. Yo, she kneed her right in the face super hard, and she couldn't even. Dang, bro.
Yeah, that was all. I thought that was just all she wrote, but Roxanne Perez said no.
I was like, good night. And then I'm like, nope. She kicked out at 1.
It was a 2 count.
Oh, it looked like in the replay, it looked like a 1 count.
That's what it looked at. And Mandy Rose is pissed. And now we got Let's Go Roxy chants going on the NXT crowd. And we get that's weird. It's just how Mandy, even though Mandy's a heel, the fact that she's getting some chance is like, doesn't that really not make any sense?
What up, Brad?
Nowadays it does, because wrestling they just can't blur the lines of it being real and being a TV show anymore.
My sunset flip, tight pack cover, 1, 2, 3. Roxy won it! Roxy won the NXT Women's title!
What the fuck?
Roxanne Perez, we got a title change.
Wow.
They seriously could have done this at the pay-per-view. They seriously could have done this.
I can't believe that.
So I'm guessing Mandy Rose is going to retain the belt at New Year's Evil.
Now, hot potato. So who's going to get the title next?
That remains to be seen.
Dude, let's go.
Good for Roxanne.
Dude, she deserves that. She deserves it.
After taking a knee shot to the face, I thought I was like, man.
Did this dude really just sing the song from Good Burger?
Oh my god.
When that woman shows up.
Bro, it's not from Good Burger. It's actually a real fucking song.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
But I cannot believe that. She won the damn title.
Yeah, hit the Pop Rocks.
That's what she calls that move, the Pop Rocks?
Yeah. Interesting, but
413 days.
It was time for her to drop the title anyway. 21 years old and she's won the title.
Done it.
Wow.
Why
And
imagine this though. She won.
NXT
She won.
deadline?
Here's the.
Why now?
Here's yeah. She should have done that. Like, yo, Mandy is done. She like you. Mother.
Dude, she's oh man, that's a
Yo,
that's
she
a
is staring. She is staring a hole in the rock hand right now. She is mad.
But yeah, other than that, so congratulations to Roxanne Perez, because man, we got
What a way to end NXT.
That's one, and despite he had 2 stinker from matches on the card, but that's besides the point.
And I missed like the majority of the dang show because I was in bed.
And I think that's a very good point too. Like, because I think remember when we had NXT champions that had the long reigns, it was a sign that they were going to get a main roster call up. So if she can get to the main roster, which I think is what's going to happen,
I think it's time.
Put her on SmackDown don't send her to Raw. That's when your career goes to die. Basically.
I think, but the problem is, I think don't.
We need to bring up Toxic Attraction at the same time.
Doesn't Toxic Attraction have the titles?
Still? No, Casey and Katana do.
They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose next week, and then they'll get the call up. Calling it now.
Hey, shit, I'm okay with that. I mean,
I'm okay with that too. They deserve to be called up.
Send them to SmackDown because if you can get booked, because I mean they've been more than ready enough to
put them on SmackDown because that women's division on Raw is just trash.
trust me, we'll get to.
You have people literally. If you look at the crowd on Raw compared to SmackDown, you have people looking at phones on Raw.
Or as Earl would point, say, if you just throw a paper airplane, no one would bat a damn eye.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares about Raw.
But yeah, trust me, we're going to go into that on Thursday on the next episode of the It's Only Podcast, episode 32.
Yeah.
But so far, though, I know Tyler, like I said, it came in a little bit late.
You need 37 more episodes.
37 more episodes of this? Done.
But yeah.
No, you didn't understand it, but okay.
He wants to get us to reach episode 69, Tyler.
Oh, no, we're doing 38. Screw it.
Yeah,
get past that number so he can get over it.
But other than that, though, I mean, that was a best way to end it. I thought Damon Camp and Duke Hudson was a decent match. Now, I mean, obviously, like I said, minus the two stinkers was Burnell and Jiro. Now, like I'm really starting to get behind Jiro, even though that match wasn't really great. But I mean, that's besides the point. Other than Von Wagner, thank God, Tyler, you missed that shit. So
yeah, I'm glad I missed that. But the thing is, I got to see the show when it counted. We got a new champion, y'all.
And before the end of the year.
Before the end of the year, we got a new champion. It's Roxanne Perez at 21 years old. She is just old enough to drink. And she's
it's like but someone's gonna have to clip that at the same time.
Yo, we both freaked. Oh my God.
Well, Tyler, you barely show any goddamn emotion when you look. I mean, you show emotion, but not to the point where I can do it.
Well, I have a 5-year-old here who's sleeping, so I can't.
Right. But other than that, I thought it was a very solid show at this time. You know, good for Roxanne. Now the question is, you know,
and disclaimer, y'all, the 5-year-old is my cousin, so don't get any ideas. It's my cousin.
I literally face palmed.
Palma, he's the master of palma faces.
Yeah, the palm to the face, your master.
But other than that, that's good.
5 figures to the face.
But
face.
Other than that, though, I thought NXT ended off on a solid note before the end of the year.
Yeah,
and I agree with that with Sleeping Angels. You know,
I love Roxanne, man. I always have when she was. That was me too, man. I loved her in Ring of Honor.
I think WWE actually knew.
I was hoping when she signed with WWE, I'm like, yes, let's give her a big push when she's ready. They felt like she was ready. They gave her a big push.
And they pulled the trigger. Even though I wish this could have been at a pay-per-view, which would have been a lot sweeter. But
they could have waited until. But the thing is, New Year's Eve was an NXT episode anyway.
Yeah, so I mean,
it doesn't really matter.
So either way, I think I like Tyler said. I mean, they pulled the trigger. I think probably at the right time. Like I said, could have waited at New Year's Eve. Absolutely, but
that's a week away, and it's an NXT episode anyway. It's not.
So either way, so you really don't miss much. But we'll see what's going. Because see what the New Year's going to be about. Because we're going to be starting fresh. Yeah. You know, it's going to be interesting. The wrestling landscape is going to be very interesting. Especially with Roxanne Perez. Now see who's going to and then see who's going to come after her and her. I mean, if done right, who's to say? I think she could be another one who deserves a main roster call up at some point.
Yeah, she would definitely have. I feel like within the next few years she could.
I say 2 to 3 year time frame.
2 to 3 years, she'll be back. She'll be up. But so dude, it's time. I feel like WWE feels like it's time for Toxic Attraction to get called up. I feel that
we've been saying this for quite a while because I think this team
been saying it for a better part of like 6 months.
Yeah, I mean they're more than ready to get the call up because I think. I mean, you really can't. If you're going to bring up Mandy Rose, like I said, you have to be able to bring up Toxic Attraction because I think you got stars right there.
Yeah,
after prior to
Tyler, I got good news again. Last episode for you hit 30 views and you beat T. You beat T again.
Let's go.
But with
T, I have your number. If you're watching this, I have your number, and I'm sorry. Not.
But with that being said, that's going to wrap it up.
And you beat Coach Dante.
Yo, I finally beat Coach. all that crap talk about the Astros beating the Phillies, I beat you.
30 total views to his 21.
Killed you. Not by much, but I killed you.
But like I said, I thought NXT was really good this week. We had the New Year's Eve the following week. Yeah, and that's the last NXT. This is the last NXT before of 2022. And then we start fresh from Monday Night Raw, and then that's not just that. And then Triple H fully takes over, so now he'll finally focus on both shows. Please, for the love of God, fix Raw. Good Lord,
Raw's not going to get fixed. And did you hear about McMahon?
Dude, if he comes back as owner, I'm gonna be so mad,
bro.
Oh my God,
as owner?
I don't know if it's owner.
If it's owner, I'm gonna be so. I'm gonna be so PO'd. I'm gonna be done with WWE again.
Yep. Tomorrow on the network at 8:00, it's Winter is Coming. AEW Winter is Coming. So Tyler, you can pop on that if you want.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna pop on that. I'm definitely popping on that.
Rob, you're working, correct?
Unfortunately, I am.
Why do you
I'll
work
keep
on Wednesdays and Saturdays? The most important day.
That's just how my schedule is. There's nothing I can do about it. If I want to put the time in, I could. But
luckily on this on our net, this is what we struggled with on the other network. It was the fact that I could never find another stream to hop on because Robert was working most of that time. Now I have other avenues to go with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you got Earl and Jeff.
Hold on, they wouldn't give you the link.
No, it's not that they wouldn't give me the link. It's that nobody else was doing anything.
Oh.
So it was like,
I
couldn't stream it to anybody because I couldn't find another stream. Now I have other streams. Like Earl's doing AEW and he does pay-per-views.
Yeah,
so I'm good with that.
Me and Jeff tomorrow.
Yeah, and then you and Jeff do AEW on occasion, and then we'll probably do AEW on occasion if Robert isn't working.
Well, we'll see. But I might have to, because like I said, every time I try to put the time in, like that's kind of puts a kink in making my paycheck and shit like that. So the kind of the hours I put into it. That's the reason why I don't really do AEW as often as if I really wanted to.
Yeah, we did AEW early on YouTube, and then we kind of stopped because of the work schedule.
Yeah, I mean, since doing like Friday Night SmackDown, which the Fridays has not been a problem.
Fridays hasn't. Yeah, Fridays hasn't been
NXT.
It was only a problem one time where you had to work a Friday. That was it.
Yeah, but
that was one Friday.
I mean, let's see. Yeah, so this Friday we'll be doing that, but the following Friday of 2023. Probably not going to be available for that because they're probably going to have me on schedule for that week. But like I said, that's the reason why I carry a notebook around. So I'll write down the card, like the matches on that card for that week. And then we'll recap it on the show every single Thursday at 6:00, which even at work, I can do that with no problems. Because by the time by 6 o'clock rolls around, I'm taking my lunch break. So that's what it is what it is.
Yeah.
So with that being said, though, appreciate everybody that's coming on. Shout out to Mitch for coming for the first time on our NXT Watch Party, which is this is number 4,
and it's 6-1.
That too, but nobody cares. But but with that being said, we're gonna get out of here. I gotta go to the bathroom and I gotta call my girl back. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.